Star Wars in many ways is the perennial franchise. I'm not speaking about the movies either. In gaming, Star Wars has been around for decades. Across multiple generations, it has tried to capture the hearts of gamers worldwide. Despite various successful attempts and some bona fide gaming classics, Star Wars has also had its fair share of licensed movie games and just outright failures. Remember Masters of Terrascasi? Or the off-shown off but delayed Star Wars 1313? Respawn's first attempt at entering the realm of Star Wars, fortunately, isn't one of those failures. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order is a third-person action-adventure. You play as Cal Kestis on his quest to rebuild the Jedi Order following the events of Order 66 and Revenge of the Sith. Cal's journey will have him platforming through deadly tombs, wall running, and facing off against the Empire. During your journey, Cal will rebuild his connection to the Force, and the cast of allies and enemies start off as traditional Star Wars fodder, but they quickly evolve past their typical archetypes. Nothing in that description is revolutionary. None of it is even novel. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order doesn't really add anything new to the third-person action-adventure genre at all. That fact, however, does nothing to impact how much fun this experience was to play in any way, shape, or form. Fallen Order is an evolution of the mechanics seen in many other games. Combat has hints of Sekiro and the older Dark Forces titles. World design and the core gameplay loop harken back to Metroid Prime. Everything about these individual elements is refined with that same tight level of control and polish Respawn is known for. Cal's journey will take him to a multitude of planets. Each location is long, varied, and satisfying to discover. Puzzles and environmental exploration feel rewarding to play through, and the new skills Cal gains benefit his platforming and combat both in exciting ways. However, it's not all about roaming around and swinging lightsabers. Fallen Order spends a fair amount of time with its story. Many characters, including enemies, are usually multifaceted, and the back and forth Cal will develop with the small but memorable crew add a lot of weight to the plot. Seer, a former Jedi Master, and her trusted companion Grease, together they bring a layer of depth to the crew and the story that is a clear step up from the average Star Wars game. I'm not knocking the previous Star Wars stories in gaming, but it's just been a while since we've had a game that has really delivered on an original Star Wars experience to this degree of success. Fallen Order is right up there with KOTOR, X-Wing vs. TIE Fighter, and Jedi Knight as one of the best examples of using a licensed property to tell a great story that makes sense for the license and for video games respectively. There are a handful of issues I do have with this game, however, but none that really cropped up during my time with the game. I did play on a pretty powerful PC, and I do know that the console versions can suffer from long load times, various glitches, and the AI can prove questionable at times. Stormtroopers prove themselves dubious quite often in the lore, so that part of it comes across as faithful in a strange way. My actual biggest issue with the game are the exploration and the rewards that come from it. Where Darksiders 2, for example, wasted great platforming and exploration with loot that was usually bad or not needed, Fallen Order decided to not feature loot at all, but that leads to the vast majority of your exploration leading to a cosmetic lightsaber piece or a new poncho skin that feels inconsequential. Perhaps more of a balance in this style of game will be needed if they return to make a sequel, because I don't necessarily want them to make it a loot game. However, something with more substance at the end of some of these great platforming sequences would be welcome. And also, like I said previously, this game, while excellent, doesn't do anything to move the genre forward in any significant way. I'm not going to hold that against this game. It's just something I thought to myself while I was reflecting on my time with it. Overall, I absolutely recommend Star Wars Jedi The Fallen Order. It's the next great Star Wars single-player game that many of us have been waiting years for. Resisting a Star Wars pun to end this review was very difficult, and with that, I give Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order an 8.2 out of 10. I really enjoyed the game, and I know that it has some problems, but I just got so excited throughout the story and all the exciting moments in it. I really loved it. I hope everyone else enjoyed this review. This is review number 99, and I hit 1,600 subscribers, so thank to all of you very much. Look for review 100 featuring Darksiders Genesis coming up this week. Check out rectifygaming.com for the full written review, and I'll see all of you next time.
Trust only in the Force.